Right, hello everyone. I was talking to a few of my buddies just earlier, right before we had this dump here on the crypto markets, talking about how I should make a video about how you should enter the origin of a move, not while we're sitting at resistance. So I'll explain what I mean. So I posted this earlier on Twitter. Okay, so the more I look at the majors, the more it looks like that we're in for a small retracement. We haven't seen any kind of clear manipulation / reaccumulation in days. I'll show you exactly what I mean by that and the levels that I was looking at. So at the start of every single price leg, you should see the broken base. So if we're in a strong uptrend, every single large swing low should have this pattern, and then you should look back at that swing low and see if it's been tested. And if it hasn't been tested and we have clean, obvious lows sitting above the level, then that pretty much guarantees that we're going to come back down and sweep the lows, grab the liquidity, reach into the broken base, and then continue up. So this is why, if you go check out my previous Ethereum analysis, I was saying that, you know, I'm expecting a move below these lows and that everyone should be really careful going long up here, because you are just longing into an all-time high. Now, there's nothing wrong with holding positions into all-time high territory and into price discovery. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that if you're going to compound and you're going to enter, you shouldn't be compounding into all-time highs, you know, unless you're scalping. But I mean, for the majority of you that are actually like swing trading the market and trying to build up spot bags, you shouldn't be longing into all-time highs. You should be waiting for these manipulation moves down into the origin of a previous leg or a broken base. So that's what we got here. Now, we might not, this move might not be finished. We have this level here that we could still come down and test, although we did already test it around here. So I think we are finished. I think we should see some kind of reaccumulation here on the lower time frames. Essentially just another broken base. If we can see that on the 5-minute or 15-minute time frame, then I will look to re-enter the spot positions that I took off around the highs. Okay, so Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum all printing similar moves here. The issue I have though is that Bitcoin hasn't fully retraced into this origin. So when you talk about the origin of a swing, when you look at the most obvious swing here, this is the start. Okay, and then right at the start of that swing, you can see we have a broken base, and this hasn't yet been properly tested after its obvious breakout. So I think we should come back, test that level, and form a broken base. Now, obviously, that's a lot deeper of a pullback than what we're seeing on here on Litecoin and on ETH. So if Bitcoin does want to pull back that far, it's obviously going to drag the whole market with it. So I'm a little bit iffy, and you know, Litecoin falling out of below this trend line wouldn't be a good sign. Normally I would say a wick right below is a good sign. So what we're seeing right here, the wick below and then massive rejection right at a broken base, then that is a really good sign that we're about to continue up. However, if we do continue to break down while Bitcoin falls into this level, then it's really not looking good. I don't really want to see Bitcoin retrace all the way back to here. I would rather us just continue up, because when you look at the other majors here, you'll see that we've grabbed some major liquidity. So here was the previous manipulation, and when I mentioned this on the post, I said that it's been a few days since we've seen a move like this. As you can see, we saw the manipulation, and then we saw just a continuous leg up, pretty much with no shakeouts at all and no liquidity grabs. So, yep, the point of the video being, when you have a price leg, okay, even if we're reaching into all-time highs, you shouldn't be trading up here, as tempting as it is, okay, because you're afraid you're going to miss the next up move. You should wait for obvious manipulation to form, okay, in the form of like equal lows or a trend line like Litecoin here, and then look for the broken base at the origin of this move. Broken base being just this pattern here. So you have the low, the high that swept the low once we close above. That's a confirmation of a broken base. So yeah, don't don't trade into all-time highs, enter at the origin. Once we reach back to the origin into the broken base, if there is one, make sure that it's clearly a manipulative move. So right here we have these equal lows into this broken base. Now that we've seen its manipulative move, we can look for further confirmation on the lower time frames in this leg. The exact same thing on Ethereum here. We have all of these equal lows reaching into this untested broken base. If we see reaccumulation here on the lower time frames, then we can look to get long. Not entering long up here, remember, just waiting for the origin. And then Bitcoin, similar picture here. We don't really want to be retracing into this zone, but if we do retrace and form more confirmations to the upside, then I'll happily enter long. I just would prefer if we don't drop all the way down to this level, because it would just drag everything down so much. But you know, if we do reach into here and all the alts start printing reversal patterns or reaccumulation patterns to the upside, then you know, we could see some amazing opportunities to re-enter some spot positions. No worries. Thank you guys. Yep, the strategy is released too. So if you want to get a hold of that, just send me a message. I have stopped sales for the next 1 or 2 weeks. Okay. Just because so many people were buying it, and I didn't want to have, you know, too many people join and not being able to like manage all the entries and make sure that everyone's able to learn the whole process properly. If I had like 70, 80 people joining at once, I would just be getting bombarded with the same questions over and over again. So I decided I'll probably release it in stages. So give it about 1 or 2 weeks and I will open the website back up again and you can grab a copy. No worries. Bye.